Guys, it's Dylan here, and we've been frequenting some ghosts, so yeah. Alright, so I'm going to leave the remote right here on the couch. You heard it. It's right here. I'm going to show you that I am putting it, or I'll put it right here. Okay? Alright, I'm going to go over here. Guys, we've been doing some wild runs. Well, dude, do you know what that was? At the exact same time, I think the TV just turned on.
Dude, Dylan, has that been there?
No, I didn't notice that. Neither was the cookie jar.
Right there?
Dude, what the hell, dude? Now the TV freaking...
Wait, Dylan, we had no cookies, right?
No, we had no cookies.
Well, there's a cookie in here. See? Dylan, there's like 6 cookies in here.
For Giganotosaurus, getting so
What the heck?
due to the fact that it was probably
the TV just
very
turned
large
on.
animals like Titanosaurus. Some of the
Oh
largest
my
animals
god.
are Titanosaurus, like Argentinosaurus.
How the heck could that be possible? The remote is right here.
Being large yourself is very advantageous.
The contrast between T-Rex's and Giganotosaurus's teeth tells the story of Giganotosaurus's fleshy diet.
If you look at a tyrannosaur tooth, you've got basically a very robust
I know,
tooth,
it's bone
like
struck.
a railroad spike. This thing was probably terrific for crushing bone. Or if you look at Giganotosaurus's tooth, it's a much thinner tooth, highly serrated from edge to edge. This is a meat-cutting tooth.
That animal didn't live just in a vacuum, it lived in an environment. So what was that environment like? And how did that environment change the time? What we're standing on right now. It didn't look like it looked, X number of years ago.
Hey, Dylan, you want cookies?
That's kind of the story that we're always trying to reconstruct.
We're not interested in just collecting fossil-sized trophies. We're interested in looking at these extinct organisms. As a biologist, we look today at a raccoon or a chimpanzee. We want to know how they lived, what they ate, who ate them, what are their habits. And to do that, you can't just look at bones, but you have to look at all the organisms.
Alright, so now we're going to trade out Reese's camera, my camera.
And then you start to look at the
Reese's camera in the garage.
And that's where we are today.
Reconstructing the environment that an extinct animal lived is basically done through geology. We examine the rocks for evidence of whether there were river or lake systems in the area, whether it was a desert with large dunes. And we also look inside the rocks for plant fossils and for pollen, which gives us some idea of what the flora of the area would have looked like.
Patagonia, Argentina in the Cretaceous period 90 million years ago was a paradise for Giganotosaurus.
So the Cretaceous, for me, is an exceedingly interesting geological time period. In the last about 250 million years, it's never been warmer on Earth. We've never had higher CO2 levels. Sea level has never been higher. And the result of this was a really productive environment worldwide, just this verdant bounty of plants and animals that existed. All this plant food, this giant salad bowl of the Cretaceous then resulted in 60-ton, maybe 100-ton herbivores during the Cretaceous period. And if you put all that meat on the table, then you're going to end up with a lot of predators, also in the buffet.
The mild climate had other size effects.
We probably account for the large size in the Cretaceous, in part at least, from the fact that it was warm. And mammals like you or I, we use a lot of the energy we get from the food we eat just simply keep ourselves warm. If we didn't have to do that, we could take that same energy and get big. And that's apparently what these reptiles were doing. Everything was a giant.
Experts can reconstruct an animal's long-lost environment by analyzing the content of the soil it walked on.
As a paleontologist, I've worked in Egypt and in the Gobi Desert of China and in Patagonia, but I also come right here to New Jersey, right here to this pit that contains sediment that was deposited about 65 million years ago at the very end of the Cretaceous period, at the end of the time of the dinosaurs. So the dark green color of this sediment is caused by the mineral composition of this deposit. The mineral that's giving it this color is called glaucomite. And glaucomite almost always forms a shallow, productive marine environment. We can see here lots of little lines going all over the place here. That's because as the sediment was being deposited, the seafloor was occupied by just a plethora of different marine animals, invertebrates and vertebrates. They were walking on the surface, they were digging down into the ground, and they were disturbing the sediment as it was being deposited. That's a process that we call bioturbation. But what we see here is evidence of just a riot of life that was going on at this location.
Just a little looking supports this observation. It's a productive fossil site.
And here is a vertebrate of, I'm guessing, crocodile.
We've been here for 5 minutes, and already we've started to discover 65-million-year-old crocodiles right here in New Jersey.
Experts are able to look at an environment today and figure out what happened in the distant past.
Sort of like CSI, a good sediment geologist is a very sophisticated detective. They have a lot of tools at their disposal, from microscopes to mass spectrometers, and they can find a lot about the sediment environment by using those tools appropriately.
We watch waves today on the beach, or if we watch a river flowing down a valley, we can see the processes operating there. And we can see that they leave a signature in the sediments that allow us to fingerprint an environment. This sediment here is ancient, but it's unconsolidated, unlithified, as we say. It could also be the case that groundwater going through this sediment could precipitate out minerals between the grains, cement them together, and this could become a sandstone. That sandstone could be thrust up into a mountain range, and still, it would have the fingerprints of its deposition. And we would be able to go into the mountain range and say, oh, shallow marine deposit near a coast. Present is the key to the text.
Alright, we just
And just as understanding an animal's environment leads to deductions about its life, analysis of a creature's bones can tell us about its environment.
We heard a something metal
Specific
fall.
details of
We
the
heard
chemical composition of bones,
light shook.
and
We
specific
heard stuff.
isotopes of certain elements like
I think I
oxygen,
heard
carbon,
a guy,
trapped in their bones
some
and
guy,
tells a tremendous
older
amount of what they
generally,
ate,
say
what the
Roscoe
climate was like.
Flash or something
And
like
so
that.
there's lots of
Yeah,
ways to
Roscoe
narrow
Muskie or
down
whatever.
older ideas about animals
I
and
don't
saying
really,
that these
but
things
all I
are
heard was really Roscoe, and I couldn't really pronounce.
Yesterday's ideas about dinosaurs are constantly changing based on new environmental work. For example, the profile of Spinosaurus, a 7-ton megacarnivore from the Cretaceous period in Africa, has recently been revised.
You might have seen portrayals of Spinosaurus as being this really gung-ho predator who might jump on the backs of other dinosaurs, etc. Well, we know now from environmental work that Spinosaurus lived in a mangrove swamp.
Hello, I know
5
Russell.
million years ago,
What
and
is
it
your
could be a
name?
fish. And in fact, it had 6-foot spines coming off of its vertebrae that don't appear to have been flexible. It probably would have been a fairly cautious animal as opposed to sort of a cartoonish version of it. So if you don't understand the environment of that animal, you really don't understand
What
it.
is your name? First and last.
Who needs a witness? Would you set the
You're not-
world in motion?
Yeah, Matt Forbes.
The Grand Master Van,
No.
introducing the
Yeah. Hey, Matt. Could you shut that door for us? Shut it, open it, close it. Whatever you want it to sound.
You run the town.
Do something. So we know that we're here. We're trying to help.
When you discover Babel, you will take it everywhere. Because no matter what your day holds,
Alright?
Babel allows you to learn on the go.
Alright.
convenience of anywhere, anytime. Getting started is easy. Staying on track is easy.
That's a really expensive
Go
phone.
to Babbel.com or download the app today. Discover a new language learning experience.
This allergy season, will you be a sound sleeper or a mouth breather? We'll put on a breathe right strip and instantly open your nose up to 38% more than allergy medicines alone, so you can breathe and sleep. Shut your mouth and sleep. Breathe right.
Actually, that was
We're going to learn about your insurance and what gaps you may find.
the other
Like how
stuff.
you may be covered for this,
I'm probably going to cut it short. It's been really creepy. Watch.
talk to farmers and see what gaps
Yes,
could be
now
in
that
our
was
coverage.
real. I was not touching that. No fishing line. See nothing. That it was just a fake just to keep you guys out. So I kind of caught myself on that. So but seriously, you guys subscribe. That was real. That was not fake. Alright, so see you guys.
Power options you can install in just minutes. And Ring's real-time motion alerts are the perfect way to monitor your
Alright guys, so that TV went on and I caught myself, so that was kind of fun. Just to freak you guys out, I have no idea what TV went on, so that's kind of strange, but that's the way it goes.